just that whole awareness and body language and subtle communications.
Yeah, one of the great moments I think that you also share in the book is, I can't remember the name of the doctor whom you had been on you had
Ann
shared.
Young, Dr. Ann Young.
Yeah, and she came in with her team.
Yeah.
And share that with us.
Well, she was just I call her the queen of neurology because she had just meant so much to me pre-stroke. And she came in with her entourage because Mass General Hospital is a teaching hospital. And she came in and you know, I was just so glad that embarrassment was no longer a circuit that I had going on in my brain because I was in my derriere in the air and having a sponge bath as the queen of neurology comes into the room and with her entourage. But she came
entourage of students.
Entourage of students, and she came in and she touched me from behind as she walked around me like a good horse handler would, and she was gentle with me and she helped position me, and then she leaned down to my face and she spoke to me. She didn't speak to her students as they were all gathered around the room. And she asked my permission, and I didn't understand the language, but I knew what she was there for. She was there for a neurological exam. But she asked my permission to do this for her students, and I agreed. And so she performed her neurological exam, and I failed everything just like I was supposed to fail it. And then, but she didn't leave until she knew that I was done with her. She allowed me to dismiss her, and she did that just by looking me in the eye and squeezing my hand and then squeezing my foot on the way out. But she made a connection with me, and I felt safe with her, and I felt I'm going to be fine in her care. She's watching out for me.
Yes, and you say in the book, which I thought is very helpful for anybody dealing with members of their family or patients who have had the stroke or other disabilities, you say, she recognized that I was wounded and not stupid.
Exactly. She respected me. She came to me. She treated me as an equal. She treated me as though I was wounded as opposed to stupid. And there's a huge difference in affect and energy that comes at you when someone is helping you.
Yeah, I just really found this to be so enlightening. And I think that what you've written is going to inspire so many people who are, for example, dealing with parents. A lot of people are dealing with their, aging parents now and become impatient and, people with Alzheimer's or other disabilities where you think they're lost or they're gone or they're not themselves anymore. You, more than anything, I think, in my Stroke of Insight, emphasize that I'm still here. I'm still here just because I cannot be the person that you once knew me to be. And because I cannot participate in life to the level that is expected of me, I am still here.
Find me. Come find me. Yeah.
So had you been an intuitive person before?
I was highly intuitive as far as creative. I was very artistic, very musical. I love dissection because it's beautiful to me. It's art. And my creativity was highly intuitive.
I'm talking, by the way, for everyone who's watching us and listening, to Dr. Jill Bolte Taylor, who is stroke triumphant.
Stroke triumphant.
She's a stroke triumphant, sharing about her recovery immediately following a massive brain hemorrhage. And then your mother came, Gigi. Oh, my God, did I love that. And then along comes Gigi.
Yeah. That's, to me, that's the best scene in the whole book.
Yeah. Tell us about that, the day your mother came.
Gigi arrives on the morning of day 3.
Gladys Gilman.
Gladys Gilman Taylor. Yes. Wonderful. An angel in my life. And so the doctors were all around. Everybody was very excited. My colleagues were there. It was time to set a plan for what the treatment was going to be for me, because I had been stabilized. They had good pictures of my brain. They knew exactly what the problem was, but they needed my mother, who was going to take over my life and make those decisions. They needed her to come. So she arrives, And so I'm in bed, and there are all these people all around me, and I'm just in this completely disabled condition. And she comes in around the corner, and she catches my eye. And I didn't know what a mother was, much less who my mother was, because I had no language. I had no relationship with the external world. I was essentially an infant.
Mm-hmm.
And
an
so
infant in a woman's body.
An
That's how you
infant
describe
in
yourself.
a woman's body. And everybody's so excited, though, because Gigi's coming to town. So it's like, okay, well, you know, I'm excited because Gigi's coming to town, but I don't know what a Gigi is.
So your right brain senses the excitement.
There's excitement. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Something's coming.
Yeah.
So so this woman walks in the door, and she immediately takes eye contact with me. And she walks all the way around the room, and all these people are there, and she appropriately nods and greets them. She walks to the side of the bed, picks up the sheet, crawls in bed with me, wraps her arms around me, and starts to rock me like I'm her baby again.
Wow.
And here I am going, oh, this is what a Gigi is.
Wow.
Oh,
because you didn't recognize her as your mother and didn't know what a mother was.
No, had no idea. All I knew was this very loving, kind, generous of spirit woman came in, wrapped herself around me, and just took ownership of loving me. And that was the new beginning. So one day I had been her Harvard doctor daughter, and the next day I was her infant in her arms again. And that was where we began. That was where we began.
Wow. Well,
yeah.
I'm just, gosh, it's such an amazing story. We will continue as Dr. Jill is going to come back again and share with us her life with her mother, weeks and months following the stroke, and what was it that she needed most. And I am sure that what she needed most is going to be able to help so many of you who, you know, unfortunately or fortunately, have to deal with somebody who has had a stroke or
any kind of neurological trauma.
Any kind of neurological trauma.
Yeah.
What you need it most.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that the next time.
Great.
Thanks for joining us here on XM 156, Oprah and Friends, our Soul Series. Fascinating. Even you must know it's fascinating. It's so fascinating.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this edition of our Soul Series. These are some of my favorite conversations.
To hear more, sign up for a free 30-day XM Radio trial by going to www.xmradio.com/Oprah.